Hello internet, and it's been a month since my last confession. I thought I'd do another video simply because lots of things have happened, things have changed, and to be fair, I've been super busy. I haven't had much time to grab the camera because when I do get 2 seconds I game, surprisingly, as a gamer. So yeah, things have been happening. First major big thing that's happened is I passed my driving test. Yes, I am an old man and I have yet to pass my driving test, and I went and did it the other day and now I have a Mini, which has made me super excited. But the reason for, look, I can't focus for shit, there we go. Yeah, the reason that I've never tried to take my test before is because I lived about, let me get this focused in. I lived about 10 minutes from my workplace, which I worked for many years, and then when I did quit and set up my own company, to get to work consisted of walking to the next room, so I never really needed it. Parents was around the corner. Before I even started dating Jo, she was around the corner. Everything was just super close, so the idea of getting a car and spending all that money was just completely pointless. But now I've moved away from my parents and away from my friends, I'm all alone out here, so I've had to decide to do my driving test, which is all good. Passed first time, I'm very happy with it. I've not killed anyone yet. Scared the shit out of Jo though, because it's a Mini Cooper S, so it's the sports model, whatever it is. So it's a nippy little thing, and because it's tiny, it's awesome to rag around corners. So yes, I've made Jo. There's some marks in the dashboard at the moment, and they kind of match Jo's fingers. So yeah, I've kept her on the go. So yes, I've been running around a lot, actually, just driving, because it's all new to me, so I've not had time to actually do lots of videos. On top of it, I've been working on a new project. I'll probably mention that when I go back upstairs. And the other thing, which has annoyed me, and I would say it's Xbox's fault, but I actually think it's Virgin's. And the problem is, both me and Jo own an Xbox One because we like playing together. Now, everything's went smooth to start off with, so one was playing PVZ, because obviously we haven't got many games the same, because I'll play Battlefields and Forzas and stuff like that, and it's not her cup of tea. But then we had Plants vs Zombies, so we played against each other and it worked awesomely, and I didn't think there was a problem. But then came Destiny, and me and Jo had some awful problems trying to connect. Now, if I connected to Destiny and Jo's Xbox was off, absolutely fine, everything went through fine. And then if Jo jumped on, then we was getting kicked off. Either one of us was being kicked off all the time, and having problems in the party and stuff like that. I was like, okay then, that's just because Destiny's shit maybe, so I just chucked it up to that. But then we played Diablo, and the same problems kept on happening. If I could get on to the connection first, it was smooth. But if Jo jumped on and then I jumped on after, my connection was always bad. So I had a Google on the internet. Apparently Diablo was quite bad for 2 consoles connecting at the same time. Anyway, I think it was a known issue. But aside from that, we've had it time and time again on a few other games, apart from PVZ. That proves how good that game is. So anyway, I've done some Googling, and apparently it's the Virgin Super Hub 2 is cat shit for gaming, especially gaming of 2 consoles, because apparently there's conflicting ports, and I don't know. I know a bit about technology, but when it comes to port forwarding, triggering and DMZs, oh fuck all that. So anyway, I've had to treat myself, and I brought myself the Nighthawk, which is apparently a super duper gaming router. So fingers crossed, this little bad boy that actually looks like a fucking stealth bomber, look at that thing. This should hopefully resolve the problem, so we shall see. I only set it up last night and everything's running super fast and super nice, and hopefully we're not going to get conflicting issues, because Sunset Overdrive is going to be here in next Friday. It's Friday today. Week today we get Sunset Overdrive. Fingers crossed we get it Thursday, because we've gone through shop 2 and they tend to be a day earlier. So yes, we need to get this resolved, ready for that. So fingers crossed, that's going to do it. At the same time, winter's coming. As you can see here, I've got my gaming quilt set up because I'm a typical man. I don't like turning on the heating, it costs money. So Jo's constantly fighting me back saying, put the heating on, put the heating on. No, there's a quilt there, if you're cold enough, wrap up. So that's been happening. But aside from that, I played Evil Within, not my cup of tea. I went onto the Facebook and a few people said, you didn't give it a chance and stuff like that. And granted, I didn't, but at the same time, if a game's not caught me within its first hour and it's not made me want to play it, and to be fair, if a scary game is making me yawn, it's not a good start. So anyway, after people said you need to give it a try, I jumped on, played another hour or so, and it's not my cup of tea. Not because it's scary, because I'm not a big fan of scary games, but every so often I like to jump on one, especially when Joe's watching. Joe likes to watch me play scary games, and yeah, I thought I'd give it a go, and he just felt like the same old, nothing new. Like when I played Outlast, I was like, wow, this feels great, it's absolutely awesome, and there were so many bits to it which completely just made me fall in love with the game. Whereas that, it was just like, I don't know, he was lacking. He did everything that most people do. Throw a bottle to kind of make them go over there. There's a few traps, and felt like the mechanics was lacking. It didn't have enough in there to pull me in. But could be me, could be just a merry old fart, couldn't it? So yes, I didn't do that. Then I went to go and get Aliens, and I decided to cancel it because I thought Aliens probably take me about a week or so to complete, because I'll just dabble on it an hour here, an hour there. And I thought I'm not going to get that complete in time because Sunset's going to be here. So it's one of them ones where I'm having to prioritise games now because Christmas is coming up, and to be fair, there's nothing that I really want for Christmas. So when it comes down to parents, I just say games, get me lots of games, and if you can't think of any games, get me Microsoft points. So I'm trying to not buy every game at the moment, just so Santa Claus has a list of things to get. So I'm trying to work out now what I actually want from Santa. But the other thing I'm going to now talk about is the Shameless blog, and the reason why I've been so busy, and that is my new baby, which is XboxPriceCheck.com. So the point of the website is very, very simple. It's got a list of all the Xbox One games, and it's got all the prices, and it goes off and gets them at competitive prices. So if you have a look at Shadow of Mordor, off we go, and we get to see all the prices at Asda, Base, Amazon, the whole lot, second-hand prices, and even eBay Buy It Now prices. So it just gets you everything. If you want to get a game, come here and you can see where it is the cheapest, or click on it and go and buy it. And at the same time, you can see how much it's actually dropped over time, so you get an idea if it's actually bombing or something like that. And if you're thinking, wow, what about as American folk? Well, don't you worry about it. We've got you covered. There's a flag up there. You click it, boosh, you're in American. And now you're looking at all the American stores, and if you've got any more that you want me to add, tell me and I shall add them on there. But then everyone might be going, but what about us PlayStation fans? PS4 pricecheck.com should be up this weekend. I've programmed it all I need to do now is load it in with all the PlayStation 4 games. So yes, it's just a website that you can use to just compare prices, which is pretty sweet. I've used it a few times now. A load of Redditors are using it, they're absolutely loving it, and I should be setting up a feature hopefully next week where you can put your email address into the website, pick a particular game and say, notify me when it drops under X price. So I'm going to be using this for myself because I'm just going to set it up for Microsoft points and just say, tell me when £25 worth of Microsoft points drops to 20 quid so I can get a quick deal. Chances are slim, but there's no one setting up notification just in case that sweet, sweet deal pops up. So yes, that's pretty much me. Been playing along. What else? Oh, the other thing I've been playing is Golf Club. I'm actually addicted to Golf Club. Now this is one of them games that, got to wet my whistle. It's one of them games that I thought was a bit too pricey. I can't remember the price now. Say it was about 20 quid or so. I think it's a bit cheaper, but anyway, looking at it like, oh, should I pay for that or shouldn't I? And I've already got probably 30 hours out of that game. It's really, really good. It doesn't say it's got online, which is silly. It says single player only. And I was like, that's put me off because I love playing games with my friend. But then we realised when you go into the game, if they're on the same course, you can add that person to your scorecard, and when they take a shot, you watch it, and then you take a shot and they watch it. So that's exactly what multiplayer would be. So it is in there, they've just not told you about it. So once I learnt that, I was like, oh, I've got to play the game. And yeah, it's very addictive. There's a map editor in there, is awesome. So there's just like unlimited courses. Some are completely shit, some are amazing, but I've sank so much time into a golf game, which has shocked me. So aside from that, I'm bumming off Horizon, which is obvious. That game is so amazing, so glorious. I can't stop playing that. So I just thought, if I get Aliens, I'm not going to give it the time of love because Sunset Overdrive is going to take over my life. So I've decided to hold back and let Santa get it, man. So that's me done and dusted. I thought I'd check in, see how we're all doing. At the same time, what is the list that you want Santa to get? What are the games that you're going, I'm holding them off because Mum, Dad, or Santa Claus is going to buy them there. So I've got, I think, Far Cry I want them to get, Aliens, and I can't remember because I've put myself on spot. So yeah, I'll think about it and I'll probably put them on Facebook or do a video saying this is my priorities. So that's me done and dusted. Go check out Xbox Icebox. There you go, Icebox Price Check. It checks all the competitive ice coolers. But XboxPriceCheck.com and also PS4PriceCheck.com should be up this week. Fingers crossed. I'm going to get Joe to do some data entry, so if I can get her putting all the data in, I can carry on programming. So that's me done and dusted, guys. See you later. Bye.